Namaste, everybody, and hi and welcome. My name is Pooja, and I'm a Mohanji Acharya from Canada. With me today, I have my Mohanji Acharya sister Lisa from UK. Hi, Lisa.
Hello, Jai Mohanji.
Jai Mohanji. So, Lisa and I are going to continue a conversation on unconditional love. We're going to start off by listening to Mohanji podcast, which is called Unconditional Love Part 3. And after which Lisa and I will have a discussion on it. So Lisa, should we start?
Welcome to Mohanji Speaks. These are answers to questions from listeners. Thank you for sending them. Keep sending them. I will try to answer them as best as I can.
This is the final podcast in a 3-part podcast series on the topic of unconditional love, based on questions from a listener. This one concludes, following on from the question, how does the unconditional love of a master operate?
The basic thing that changes us, our patterns, our inclinations, tendencies, that's what we entertain. We fight to keep it. We don't allow it to be broken. And that's exactly what should go to connect to yourself. You're not your patterns. You're not your patterns. You're not your inclinations and tendencies. You're not your desires. They all come and go. They don't stay. So once you understand that, just imagine your freedom. When a master who has understood this, that is what is mastery. He has understood life. He has understood the patterns. He has understood the likes and dislikes, inclinations, all those things. When he has become freedom, when you become something, how do you look at the world? As you are, right? So he has recognized what is real freedom. He sees the world as freedom. Acceptance happens. So he accepts everybody as they are, not as he wants them to be. That is their job. If a person wants to evolve beyond their mind, master is available as a benchmark. But master never says, become me. What will master say? I'm available. Like a mirror, you can look at me and find yourself. When you look at the mirror, you don't see the mirror, you see yourself, the image in the mirror. And mirror stays neutral. Mirror never says, you must look at me or you must look at the mirror. Your choice. You go and look at the mirror, you find yourself. You see yourself as you are at that time. That's exactly how the master projects you back. Master gives you yourself as you are at that time. You come to a master with anger, master will reflect back anger. You come to a master with love, master reflects back love. As it is, as you are at that time, that's what getting reflected. Another time you come back with a lot of affection, love, care, master becomes that. So master will be a true mirror always because he has no expectations. He is total freedom. Just like a mirror, totally free. If your face is not acceptable to you, mirror has nothing to do with it. Just like that. If you are not really acceptable to yourself, mirror will only project that. And you blame the mirror for your face, that's stupidity. That's non-understanding. A master operates that way. Like a true mirror, reflect you as you are, without expectations. And mostly, we don't like a master because we don't like our own face, not because the master is bad. Master gives you what you are. Master reflects you as you are. Same thing, same thing. Society judges a master. Oh, you should not reflect exactly what he is or she is. You should give something different. That is said because society manipulates thoughts. General mind manipulates thoughts. Means pretense. Pretension happens, right? Pretension. You have a thought, original thought. You think again. Can I actually express this? When your mind will say no, it's inappropriate. So what happens? Manipulation happens. Society has masks, face caps. They mask and provide to the society only what is acceptable, which is manipulation basically. But if, like a small child, if you are able to express to the world your likes and dislikes, your things, like a small children, toddlers, they have no worry about society. They will cry if they need food. If they want to sleep, they will sleep. They wouldn't care what the society thinks. That's the true innocent existence. A master becomes like that. When you have crossed over your mind, your attachment to the world outside, your likes and dislikes are in control, you have no particular interest with the world, but at the same time you're enjoying the world unconditionally, then the master becomes innocent. That is mastery. Sign of mastery is innocence. Like Shiva, we say Bholenath, innocent, because he has mastered everything and he is spontaneous, flexible, flowing. That's mastery. So they can only reflect what is in front of them. They cannot be different. So if you ask a master, why are you doing like this? Why are you not trying to change people coming in front of you? That's not their problem. You don't have to change anybody. You don't have to convert anybody. You don't have to transform anybody. You are transformation. And that's the message you're giving to the world. You are contentment. You are peace. This message is what you are living and portray. Looking at it, connecting deeply, integrating into their consciousness, anybody can change to the same state. That option and provision is given. But they are not sitting to convert anybody. Conversion is a very, very ugly thing. You just change your shirt, inside you are the same. That is conversion. Here it's not that. Transformation. Transformation is finding yourself. One who has found himself is a master. And when connecting to that person, you found yourself, then you attain mastery. Who will connect to the master completely as he is? 1%, rest are all coming with expectations. So they get only as per their capacities. That's why conflict happens. Society accuses a master because society expects things from the master. It puts frames saying the master should be like this, talk like this, walk like this, behave like this, dress like this. But once you become freedom, you are a flow, you're flexible. To maintain a frame, you need to have all those mind, intellect, ego stuff. You have somehow crossed over. So how does the master look at the world? Simple, as freedom. Living, walking, talking, freedom. Society may not understand freedom. Society is bound by socio-moral stuff, which the society believes this is how it should be. Somebody has said in some books, etc. Individual uniqueness is never accepted or understood. Associated freedom is also not understood. I don't mean that freedom means freedom to go and kill somebody. No violence. Ahimsa is paramo dharma. Greatest dharma is ahimsa, non-violence. So that's not the point here. Freedom is freedom from senses, freedom from mind, freedom from intellect and ego, freedom from the world, outside world, detachment. This is freedom. A master lives that. True master, not the people who have learned books and teaching. Learning books and teachings are different from experience. One drop of experience is better than 1,000 books. So when I say a master, somebody who has experienced himself, found himself, that's a master. So this is approximately the answer. Do discuss this with your friends, contemplate on it, and increase your awareness step by step. Wish you great success in life. Lots of love. This is Mohanji for you.
Another amazing podcast, Lisa.
Really amazing.
Amazing. So he talks about unconditional love, part 3, and talks again, I think, a little bit touching on what he talked about in part 2 as well, about how masters are a reflection of who you are and not what you are portraying in front of him to be, basically. Yeah.
And also about freedom. Once you become master of your mind, you are free from everything.
And I think I really liked how he compared it with children. I think that's the best example, where he talked about how children, they don't care about who is watching them or what anybody's talking about them. They just do whatever they naturally feel comfortable to do. So I think he talks a little bit about the innocence, or how he compared it to Bholenath, the innocence
Yes.
of children. So that was really nice, really, really nice as well.
That is the state of our mind in a present moment. How to live life in a present moment.
Mm.
So once you start living in a present moment, then you are not worried about your memories or You are not anxious about your future, so you are, or you are innocent by nature.
Innocent by nature, because you always live in the present, basically. Yeah, and I think the other thing I think he talked about was transformation. He said,
Transformation.
connect to a master who has mastery over mind, and then that's how you would get transformation.
Transformation.
Yeah.
Because once that master is the representative of the supreme source, so they already merge with that source, and once we go near to them, and then that point of time we actually, our mind actually collapse in front of their presence. So definitely, as Mohanji always says, that if my presence cannot give you that transformation, or that strong experience, my presence should give you. And we all witnessed it, that his presence, even though he's silence, but his presence is enough for any transformation. Our mind automatically stop thinking, and that time we cannot think much, we just flow with the time.
There are even times when you have all these questions in your mind, and you come in front of Mohanji, and Mohanji says, "Okay, what is your question?" And I just look at him, and I'm like, "What was my question?"
Question.
I'm completely blank when I come in front of him. I'm like, I had a question. I have no recollection of what question I was supposed to ask him. So it happens in his presence. His presence is really.
But the thing I witnessed also, that if there is any question, if I wanted to ask it, automatically it comes through him.
Yeah, it does.
So it happened. It spontaneously it happened. I think it's with everyone. We all experienced it.
Yeah. Very, very spontaneously you get answers to question, and it is not only him, it's not necessarily him answering it. He just finds beautiful ways. I remember when I came to Sri Lanka, when we went to the retreat in Sri Lanka, I had few questions I wanted to ask him. I didn't get any one-on-one time with him. I didn't get any personal time with him that I could ask these questions. But by the end of the trip, I had all my answers.
Answers.
I had
Same,
all
same.
my answers.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful how he puts everything into place, and how everything is amazingly, he just amazingly works things. So yeah, coming back to unconditional love, since it's the last podcast of Mohanji on unconditional love, part 3. So any last thoughts you want to add to the podcast, or any last things you want to say?
I just want to say that everything starts from within, and everything starts from our own self. So if we need to, this is a really very broad subject to contemplate. We can contemplate a lot on this subject, because it sounds very easy, unconditional love, but it's really hard when you are really start practicing this in your real life. It is not very easy to become unconditional, even towards yourself. It is not easy. Most of the time we judge ourselves the most, we expectations from ourselves, it's really high. So if we cannot accept ourselves or love ourselves unconditionally, how we can accept that other people will going to expect that other people will going to love us unconditionally? It's never possible. So we should actually start from ourselves. We should embrace ourselves with that unconditional love first, and then we should start sharing our love towards others. Otherwise it is just, we are just talking, actually we are not, this is not the truth, the authentic truth. As Mohanji says, that authentic truth is really something, it's really tough to digest, because we are used to relative truth. So we think that through that transactional love, we think that we are actually in love, and we are with someone, and we love someone. But to be honest, the time will show that we cannot, we are not even accepting ourselves unconditionally. So it is not possible, it is never possible. So I just love to say that start from I the moment I start loving myself the way I am, it is okay, and I accepted myself the way I am, and that's how I realized that how free I become from my mind, from my own mind. So my mind now, obviously the thoughts is there, but the thing is it's now cannot give me that shock or that, you know, that trigger point, you know, to become very like emotional about anything. So this is actually a freedom from your mind. So this is amazing experience.
No, amazing. Yes, I agree with you, Lisa, 100%. And I think it touches on what Mohanji said, right? That
Yeah,
said about how, sorry, I had written it. Where did I write? I wrote it there, but he said about how once your true master is freedom, basically. True mastery over yourself is actual true freedom, right? Because you have freedom from all freedom from what people are thinking about you, your own
yeah.
concept, your own judgments. All of that does not exist anymore. So you're completely 100% free, and then you can express your unconditional love freely to the world. So yes, so that's amazing. So I think, Lisa, that is all I had to say. If you wanted to add anything else, or we
No, that's okay. That's all. I just want to say thank you, Mohanji, for giving us all these broad insights and meaningful insights in our life. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful.
So thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you everybody for joining us today. We conclude our part 3 of Unconditional Love. Lisa and I will be back together with another topic for you. To listen to these podcasts, you will have to download the podcast app, and you can find Mohanji Podcast under Mohanji Speaks. And if you want to visit his official website, it is www.mohanji.org. Thank you, and Jai Mohanji, everybody.
Jai Mohanji, everybody.